I'm Shauna, and this is Brian. Welcome to our channel, Life Uninterrupted.
In 2018, we sold our home, auctioned off most of our belongings, and bought a motorhome, which we affectionately refer to as Frida.
We travel full-time with our two French bulldogs, Lucy and Ricky.
Join us on our adventures by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified when our videos release each week. We've been living full-time in the RV for just over 2 years now, and one of the great things about the RV lifestyle, as many of you know, is that you get to come to some pretty cool places. And we mentioned before in several of our videos that we love coming to Army Corps of Engineers campgrounds, and this one is no exception. This is 7 Points here in Tennessee, and if you haven't been here, definitely add this to your list because it's an awesome place. Probably one of the nicest ones we've been to. And as I said in a short video earlier last week, we've been to some nice ones. So here is our camp spot. We're in spot, let's see what spot we're in. I don't remember off the top of my head. 41, I think. Let's see. So all the camp spots are marked. Yeah, we're in 41. So all the camp spots are marked with these posts, which is nice. So check out this. This is, I think, 90 feet from the roadway down to the spot. Now it is a bit of a decline down to the concrete pad, but once you get there, it's relatively flat. We were able to get level, no problem. Now that said, we're in a 35-foot coach. Probably 40 feet would be the max in any of these spots. And I'll take you on a tour around the campground here to show you, what kind of RVs typically get in here, and it's all kinds, Class A's, large fifth wheels, small trailers. So this is it coming down into our camp spot. I'll turn the camera around and kind of narrate from behind so you get a better view of what this really looks like. Okay, here we are coming in from the roadway. And again, as I said, this is somewhat of a decline. It's not terrible, but definitely doable. We had no problems, and you can see the trees are definitely tall enough. They had no issues getting over the top of our rig. So coming down here, come to this nice level concrete pad, which makes it easy for leveling. In our case, our coach is a little wide, so we weren't able to use this as a sort of a patio area. But the nice thing about all of these spots, they have a secondary patio area. In this case, they have a little table on all of them, just like this. Some of them have picnic tables, and most of them have these large concrete tables and benches. And a little hook there for a light if you want to put a lantern up there. They come with charcoal grill, fire pit, and again, this really nice, fairly large area. This is a little dirty, but I think it's because the last rains that came through washed some of the silt down here. Not a big deal, but this is the real gem right here about this particular spot. Is you come down out of the spot about 40-50 feet, something like that, and you come right up to the water's edge. Yesterday it was Sunday, it was a little busy, so there were boats and jet skis all out here. But today it's pretty quiet. Wind is kicking up a little bit. And this is the view from the shoreline back to the RV spots up here. And of course ours right there. So not too shabby. So I would say that we scored a great spot here. Again, spot 41. We had spot 52 reserved. We wanted to come in a day early, and luckily this one was open, so we snatched it up. There are a total of 60 spots in this campground here at 7 Points Army Corps of Engineers campground. And 2 of those spots are camp hosts, if I'm not mistaken, so effectively there are only 58 sites at any given time. They seem to be pretty booked a lot of the time, so time is of the essence. When you find a spot open here, you better snatch it up. So I'm gonna get on the bike, hook up a GoPro, we'll go through the campground, show you all the different types of RVs that can get in here. Like I said, most of your RVs can get in here. We saw a tag axle diesel pusher in one of the bigger spots. May not be able to get into all spots, but definitely that one. And kind of show you what's around. Bike's in the back of the Jeep. I'll unload that, take a spin around the campground, and show you what's what. Right, so I thought I'd come outside the campground here and video the entrance into the recreation area. A little bit of wind noise, so sorry about that. But anyway, it gives you a good idea, I think, of you know, what you're coming into here at 7 Points. Very nice area. So you're going to pull into the front here, and you have a gate shack, if you will, right there. So that's where you'll enter. And if I didn't mention earlier, this is a partial hookup campground, so only water and electric. So you have a dump ground, or a dump station right here, kind of standard fare. And what's nice also is when you come in, they give you a big garbage bag for all your garbage. So that's certainly unique. So we've got some people checking in. I'm going to scoot around them here. So that was the front entrance, really quick. And the two spots here behind me, you can see those are for campground hosts. You have a large area here to the left, which is for all of the garbage. It's got to be bagged, which is pretty typical. So coming up here, you're going to make a left. It's a one-way all the way around the park here. And as you can see, very wooded, pretty nice spots left and right. And as I said, you can pretty much get any size rig in here. I'll show you one of the big 40+ foot Class A's. But the spots are nice and big. They're all paved back into the main spot, which in most cases, at least down by the water, like ours, it's all concrete. And they do have a few pull-throughs like this to the right there. You can get decent sized RVs in. And some are a little more wooded, some are a little more exposed. I'll show you a couple of the more exposed ones up here. And they're only exposed because they have a great view of the lake, which is pretty nice. But like I said, pretty much every size rig in here. So you might say, wow, a lot of woods, a lot of wooded area. Are the bugs bad? Not terrible down by the water. They can be. Here's a great example of a big pull-through spot right there. You can see that. That's huge. And they do have a couple, look to be like group sites, like this one back there. You can see that. And you can see, I mean, that is, check that out. I mean, that is pretty close to the water and splits off into two different sites. So if you're coming here with another couple or with family, that's awesome. Here's another one right there. Let's go down into that, check it out. This is right down by the water. I mentioned earlier that most of the ones by the water have a concrete pad. Not in this case. Looks like maybe this is also for tent camping, but pretty cool view out there, wouldn't you say? Yeah, and off to the left over here, there's a beach area, and you can see it's a swimming area out there too. No lifeguard on duty, so it's swim at your own risk. But all of these sites are pretty cool. Do you turn here and head out? I'm riding a bike, doing this one-handed, so don't bash me too bad. All right, so coming out of this full site here, and again, this is all one way, so one way in, one way out. And speed bumps every so often. Here's one. There we go. So this is the children's playground area down here. Pretty nice. Right by the water. So there's a little bit of a larger rig. That's probably 38 footer or so, but it tucked in there nicely, as you can see. And see if I can find this big diesel pusher. It may have left already. Another dual site down there. Very nice. and the sites on this side. Nice walking paths around the area as well. Here comes the big diesel pusher, and we're coming up to the part of the park here where it's all waterfront. And you can see these sites. That's a big one. That's probably 40 feet. You can see he's a bit of a decline going in, so he had to get up on blocks, but doable. Definitely doable. I'm going to turn down now here into this parking area, which goes right by the water. So they do have a little dock here and a boat ramp. Looks like at least a 2-3 lane boat ramp. Yesterday was Sunday and there were quite a few boats and jet skis out here, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't no craziness. Nice big parking lot there. It's all boat trailer parking. So coming back up here to the area. This is sites are a little tighter through here, but still quite a lot of room. And we'll make it back around. We're coming here to our spot 41 rather. And like I said earlier, one of the few spots that have a big concrete pad. You can see here a lot of space between the rigs. Try not to wipe out here. Should have my helmet on. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. There's a little Oliver. I'm going to stop by that person's campsite later and see if I can't take a tour of their Oliver. If you haven't seen those are pretty sweet. So this has, so far that I can see, a bathroom coming up. And I believe there are only 2. This is the bathroom only. And, ooh, look at that. So those of you who know me know I do not like snakes. And this is the second time I've come across a snake. It's a little green garter. I almost ran over him. He was in the pathway as I rolled through. So now that I know there are snakes, got to watch my feet. So this is one of the bathroom areas, and they also double as a storm shelter. I'm gonna make sure nobody's in here before I go in. Yeah, nobody's in here. So, you know, kind of nothing fancy. And I presume the women's is the same. I mean, you won't get too many people in there when there's a severe storm, but you can huddle 15 or so in there. Some pathways. Take a walk through the park. Still checking for snakes. All right, so I'm gonna hop on them. We'll go back around to the other area where there's another building like this, except it's probably 3 times, at least twice, maybe 3 times as large. It has showers and washing machine and dryer. I wouldn't say a laundry facility per se, but a washing machine and dryer. Something better than nothing. I'm not sure what's going on with that little guy. He's just kind of hanging out there, that little girder snake. He won't eat much. So here we go. Gonna make for an interesting video. You know, the great thing about these GoPros is they really have great image stabilization, but they can only do so much when you're trying to do what I'm doing. I do have a GoPro mounted on the front of my bike, which is kind of capturing all of the the sequence of driving down the path, and then this is just me yammering. A great example of a big pull-through. Nice big fifth wheel tucked back in there. And there's a pull-through with the Class A and a boat and everything in it, so you can see pretty large, definitely doable for most RVs. All right, here we go. No snakes. No snakes on the train. And we're stopping. Here's the second of the two bathroom slash bathhouses, the only bathhouse rather, but there are restrooms in there. I think someone's in there taking a shower right now, so we'll wait to go in there. So I'll take you around the back here, show you the laundry facilities. And there it is, washing machine and dryer. No big deal, $1.75 for a wash, and I think it's $1.50 for a dry. Not too bad. This is a much larger facility, so this could house quite a few more people during severe weather, which is obviously important in this area. All right, there's the women's bathroom shower area. I'll go in the men's. I think I heard someone in there, but if there is, I definitely won't record. I wouldn't want any embarrassing things to pop out. So I'll check it out real quick. Yeah, someone's in there. All right, the person's out of the bathroom. We'll go in and take a quick peek here. Someone's still in the shower. Heading back to our spot now. That's just a quick overview of the park. $30 a night, standard rates, and I think you can get it cheaper. I think there's for seniors it's 50% off, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put all that information in the description so that you'll know all of those prices accordingly. But definitely a must come to place if you're in the Nashville, Tennessee area. This is just outside of Nashville, about 20 minutes. So lots of stuff to see. It's pulled up, so Lucy's excited to see me. I'm gonna drop the battery pack for our other GoPro. Such are the perils. These things are pretty rugged though. I use this as a backup battery pack. I think I got it off of Amazon, I don't know. But lasts a long time, and I use it as an onboard charger when we're kind of on the run with our GoPros or cell phones for that matter. Well, that wraps up for the quick overview here. How many times have I said overview? Ring the bell for as many times as I said overview during this video. Anyway, I'm gonna go have an adult beverage, chill out by the water. Shauna's doing some work for some clients, so she'll be finished up here before long. Just kind of chill out today. Tomorrow we are going in to do a tour of the Grand Ole Opry backstage, which is going to be nice, and we'll probably do something else. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Doesn't get much better than this.